Hey everyone, it's Agnach here and welcome to another video. On today's video I'll be showing a recap for our week 9 war in the CWL Elite 15 where we went against Infiniti. But first let's have a look at the 4 groups this week. In air defense, World Top Korea keeps leading the group, followed by only the Brave and Close Exports. In the Hidden Tesla group, WHF and Too Late for Stop are staying on the top with a 3-tie spot for 3rd place. The Inferno top 3 teams are all tied up in wins. The teams are Genesis Legend, GS and Bajes Lake. And also last week in our group, Resistance was tied with Advance of Beginners in 2nd and just behind Veterans the Arms. However, they had an extra game on top of us. So now before we go to the recap of our war against Infiniti, and if you like this type of video, don't forget to click the like button, and if it's your first time in this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button as well. So how did we go against Infiniti? We ended up winning 42-31, we had 12 triples and 98.7% destruction. Infiniti hasn't had a good tournament at this moment, losing all 9 of their wars. Also this week, Veterans lost for a 2nd time and their next match is against us. Advanced for Beginners also won their match, and all 3 of us, Veterans the Arms, Advanced for Beginners and Resistance, are tied in wins. We have 2 matches to go, Kansha being our last opponent. These are the bases we triple. We had some really good hybrids, an Electron with dragons, and also a very nice drag pad with a mixture of edrags and normal drags. I'll be showing all our triples from this war. I also managed to get a 3-star in this war, and I will be showing it. It was with the Yeti smash. So this was the base I hit. Plan was to put the Warden at 9 to get rid of the first line of defenses, King at 1 to move up and towards 9. I'm bringing 3 jumps for my troops to move throughout the base. I find with jumps you can have a bit more control with the Yetis than with an earthquake. Finally, the RC around 7 to keep my troops moving in the right direction. So let's see how I went. Okay, so here I go. So I'm gonna start with my Warden at 9. There we go, so start the Warden walk. I just want to get rid of that cannon and the archer tower pretty much so that my troops don't walk away. I send my king at 1 to start walking and create the other side of the funnel for my troops. Send a couple of loons. I was planning on sending the blimp towards the town hall, so that's what I did. I saw a few mines popping up in the Tesla, so I decided to put a rage for my Yeti bomb there so that the town hall does go down. I put my first jump. Now that the king has met up with my main army, I put the ice golem, the rest of the army in. The CC comes out, is 3 witches, so poison will get rid of them. I use my king ability and now everyone goes in. I put the first 2 jumps just to make sure that they all go into the center. However, around the 5 o'clock area there's that channel and I didn't want my Yetis to walk away, so I put the 3rd jump there so that they go towards the 2 Inferno compartments and the Scouts. And then just to make sure that the ballers stayed centered, I put my Royal Champ there just to get rid of some of the defenses there. I can also start cleaning up on that side of the base. Most of my army does go in, only a couple Yeti and a few ballers walk out. Use my Queen ability to get rid of the defenses up there. I still have the RC with her ability. My queen went down. Now I use the RC ability, get rid of the Warden Tower. Now I just have the Wiz Tower left. Once it goes down, it's just clean up. And these bays work really well with the Yeti smash, so I was happy with that. Okay, so now we've got Nico coming in with Electron and the drags. So he sends his blimp in, he manages to get into the single Inferno. There's the RC, the Electron gets rid of that. He also pulls the CC, which is a lot of archers, and Witch puts the poison down. That's gonna get rid of the 2 witches. So he got rid of that entire compartment. a couple of Teslas pop up. So now he's putting his baby dragon at 3 o'clock just to create that other side of the funnel. His main idea is he's created the funnel to the south. He wants to create a bit of a funnel to the east and then just send his dragons towards the town hall. They're going to be fighting a sweeper, but he's got a couple of rages that he can use. He sends all of his loons with the dragons, puts a nice golem with the king and queen around the 230 area just to make sure that the dragons stay center and towards the town hall. Some of the dragons split, uses his warden ability, and he clicks almost everything. The town hall goes down. The dragons are still under the warden's ability when they get rid of the first scatter. Now one dragon was on the queen but goes down. The warden was trapped on the tornado. Puts the freeze onto the scatter and the single inferno, which is good. The other dragon did manage to kill the enemy queen but also died. The RC ends up getting rid of the last scatter. The single inferno is on the RC, so she's gonna go down, but now there's a dragon going towards that single inferno and another dragon towards the other single inferno. Uses the queen ability. One of the single infernos goes down, the other one stays up and locks onto the warden, so he's gonna dive. However, he still has those 3 dragons on the 9 o'clock area and one dragon with almost no health next to the Barb King. That dragon is gonna be tanking, then the king is gonna tank, and then the last 3 dragons can get rid of the last inferno. Nicely done. Now we've got Trento, one of the best hybrid attackers out of Resistance, coming in with the hybrid. So a couple of loons with the baby dragon just to create a bit of a funnel. Now he sends his queen with the healers for his queen charge. He's got a couple of super wall breakers. So he wants her to move towards 12, I believe. She goes into that channel. The AD is hitting his healers, so he sends his first super wall breaker. With this, he's gonna be able to get rid of the CC, the enemy queen, and the eagle. And if the super wall breaker targets the right wall, he might be able to even go further in. He puts his king and siege barracks at 12. So he's going to be sending his hybrid in between the siege barracks and the queen. The enemy queen goes down, the queen is on the eagle goes down. He's going to be able to get rid of the warden tower and the RC with the queen. Sends another super wall breaker that dies, doing nothing. Puts the first heal down for his hybrid while they're going through the scatter shot. Well, they all get healed now. The siege barrack hogs are coming out and joining the army. Uses the warden and he clicks everyone. Now he goes on towards the town hall. The town hall goes down. It's just a single inferno that they have to go through now. The queen uses her ability and she's going to be able to get rid of that single inferno. Uses the freeze to freeze the scatter shot to make sure that his hybrid still stays alive, and then his queen is going to be able to get rid of that second scatter shot. And the only splash damage left was that Wish Tower and the 2 mortars, and he still has plenty of hogs. He's got his RC with ability, uses the ability, only 1 Tesla left, and then it's just clean up. Very nicely done by Trento with one of our many hybrids. Now we're gonna go back with Death Monkey, otherwise known as Atom. He's coming in with 4 Electro Dragons, 6 Dragons, and the bad spells. He said that he spent 30 seconds planning this attack. Really nice attack as well for a 30-second plan. So he sends his king and queen at 12 to create a bit of the funnel. Then he sends his other 4 Electro Dragons on the other side to create the other side of the funnel. Sends the loons to seek any air mines, and then the warden and the dragons in behind. He also has the blimp for the town hall. He does something I really like. He let his dragons go all the way into the center before he sends his blimp. That way he could find a tornado trap and find any seeking air mines before he sends his blimp, just to assure that his blimp is gonna reach the tank hull. As you can see, all of the exposed were on ground, so they're not gonna be hitting the blimp. And the only thing hitting the blimp at the moment is the tank hull. Puts the wedge down, Loons and the dragon come out of it. He sends his bats now, there's no splash damage, he still has 2 freezes. Uses it on the AD and the Archer Tower. And now the Electro Dragons and the normal dragons and the bats, they join together and they start getting rid of the last cannon and Tesla, and now it's just clean up. Very nicely done by Autumn here. And the final attack I'm gonna be commentating is from TK. So Trent and TK are 2 of our best hybrid attackers at resistance. So he starts with his king at 6, then the queen with the healers. For a queen charge, he brings his normal wall breakers. They all find a small bomb, so he sends his last 3 wall breakers to just break that first wall. The CC comes out again, archers, ice golem and witches. Uses the poison to get rid of them. So from here, the queen is going to be able to get rid of 2 wiz towers, the scatter shot, the enemy queen, and the tank hull if she passed correctly. So she goes into that compartment. I think he wanted to go all the way in towards the eagle. It would have been even more value, but this is already a lot of value. The tank hull goes down, freezes the scatter shot and the enemy queen. He's already put the siege barracks down at 9, so he's going to be sending his hybrid in towards that single inferno compartment and the RC. The scatter shot and the enemy queen went down. He sends his hybrid towards that single compartment. As I said, the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards are still creating that funnel just to make sure that the hybrid stays in the middle and go directly to the eagle. There's a backside scatter shot which he freezes now. He freezes it with the expo. He has 1 heal left which he places it as they're getting hit by the scatter shot. He still has his RC ability. Quite a few miners and hogs still alive. The enemy king is there, but he's distracted by the hogs, so the RC is hitting the king, but then the single inferno locks onto the RC, uses her ability, the RC goes down. There's still a lot of miners left, and that single inferno is going to have no chance against the miners, and that now is just clean up from the outside defenses. Really nicely done by TK. Okay guys, so now I'll leave you with the rest of our triples against the Infiniti in the CWL Elite 15 tournament. And there's some really nice hybrid attacks that I hope you enjoy. If you did enjoy this video, please click the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get, the better content I'll be able to bring you. So it really does help me bring better content. For the time being, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the attacks, and I'll see you next time.